Hey, what's happening, guys? Just making a quick video here. I know a lot of people like share crypto tips and hey, follow what I'm doing in crypto and blah, blah, blah. And a lot of people show screenshots or a lot of people tell you about things they did after the fact. Um, and so I just wanted to make a quick video to show something in real time. I'm pretty decent at kind of reading these markets and seeing what's going to happen. So, I've called a couple cryptocurrencies. I think I've called Bitcoin way back in the day. I've called Lisk back at 450, and I don't do a ton of trading, but here's a couple trades I did the other day. So I think it was 4 days ago. Picked up 15 Litecoins at 71.25. A day after that, so 3 days back from today, but a day after I picked up the 15, I bought a combination of 100 Bitcoins. Got filled in two separate orders at 79.80. One filled at 77 and some change, the other at 21. And then later in that same day, literally a couple hours later, I sold that for $83. So what's that? 83 down to that's about $3.20. So on 100 Bitcoins, that's $320 profit there. Then that same exact day, a little bit later in the day, if we go over to Bitcoin here, I don't think we have any open orders here for fills. Um, we wound up, let's see, 3 days ago, I wound up buying, didn't have quite enough to buy a full Bitcoin, but bought 0.864 of a Bitcoin for $9,500. Literally within a couple hours of that, it was up big. But then, just 11 hours ago, so 2 days after I bought it, would manage to sell those same Bitcoins, sold a little bit earlier in the day for 11,400. Then sold some more later in the day for 11,700. And let's see, right now we're sitting at 10,900. So literally, had I not sold this earlier in the day, I would have been able to, I would have been sitting on $1,000 less than I was earlier today when I sold it. So I'll tell you guys kind of briefly about a strategy that I'm kind of using right now. Now, be very, very careful when you're trading, guys. I mean, most people don't time the market. I would watch the market and make predictions and just kind of track and see what happens before you actually start throwing real money into the market. But here's and also I think generally speaking, you're better off just holding than trading. I do have some cryptocurrencies that I'm sitting on for the long term, but I also have a little bit of money that I'm just kind of playing with for the short term. So this is just kind of swing trading money and stuff like that. But what I'll do, you guys can see these, these are called candlesticks here, right? And I'm not really a chart guy. I know a lot of guys talk about Fibonacci charts and accesses and all this other nonsense. To me, I feel like you could draw points between almost anything on here. People will be like, oh, from this line to this line, we're seeing a straight up, we're going up to 20,000. You'll see another guy with the same chart be like, you see, we got this point here and this point here. And if we draw a line down, we're going to 4,000. Reading charts doesn't seem to work like it does for stocks. But something that I do, these are candlesticks. Each one of these is a candle. And you also have these, I don't know what the official term is, these are wicks or whatever. To be quite honest with you, I'm not sure exactly what, like, I don't know if this is just like a couple trades hit and the price briefly flashes at this point. But a strategy that I've been using recently is if I got cash sitting on the sidelines, you have to be very patient, right? Like, don't jump into the market just to jump into the market. Decide an entry point that you want to get in at. Don't get FOMO. Don't deviate from that and jump in just for the sake of jumping in. Be patient and make sure you're getting in where you want to get in. But what I'll do, like right now, we're sitting at 10,900, 988. We've risen pretty quickly, so I think a pullback is inevitable. But regardless, I might be like, you know what? I want to take a shot and try to get some cheap coins. I'm going to set a limit order for 10,200. Now the chances of it actually hitting that are actually pretty low. But there will be little, like, I don't know, flash crash isn't the right word for this, but there will be opportunities here where, I don't know if it's that somebody's got a market order and the only order on the books is a really, really low limit order, that's why these flash either down or up. But I've been doing this where basically I'll say, okay, I'm going to place a really low buy order, limit order at like 10,200. If Bitcoin starts trending down, we may get one of these like wicks going down, and I may just by sheer luck, wind up hitting at 10,200 because of a big drop like that. It, at some point it can only fall so far before people realize that it's a buying opportunity and want to get back in. And so typically after like a big drop like that, the same way that when we have big rises, we have pullbacks, when we have big drops, I feel like people say, okay, this is a buying opportunity. I'm going to get in. Money floods back into the market and it raises the price. I mean, again, in the example of the Bitcoin I bought the other day, I mean, I could have sold this 0.84 Bitcoin. I bought it for 95. Within a couple hours, I probably could have sold it for $1,000 gain. I did feel like it was going to run higher, and things oftentimes run higher through the weekend. So I said, I'm going to hold on to it. Once it got up to about 11,700, it did wind up going up 100, 150 bucks higher than that. So I did miss out on a little bit of money. But I said, I don't think it can really sustain this price because of how quickly it got there and just kind of watching the charts, kind of the feeling that I got. So I wound up selling it, and it turns out it was a good move because right now we're down, you know, $700 from where it was earlier today. So I could potentially buy back in now. Like I said, I wouldn't be impatient and jump in right now just to jump in. I'd probably set something low, 10,500, 10,600. If it hits, awesome. If it doesn't hit, so be it. And then I might immediately set up another sell order for like 11.5 or 11.7, and basically just kind of play these bounces and try to make money off them. And when you buy Bitcoin cheap and sell it for more, the next time you're able to go back in, you're able to acquire that much more Bitcoin, so you can kind of grow your holdings this way as well. Now, in this video, I feel like I made it sound really easy. There's a lot more to it than that. Well, I'm showing you some gains here. I have taken losses on other coins and things like that, so don't think this is a sure shot. Don't think it's risk-free, but just kind of wanted to make a video kind of briefly sharing my strategy. Kind of something that I've been messing with lately. This only works when the market's behaving certain ways. If you start kind of watching the cryptocurrency markets and kind of keeping up with like the general sentiment of, you know, I don't trade based on charts or graphs or fundamentals or anything like that. I kind of watch social media and Reddit and kind of trade on mass psychology, and I feel like I'm pretty good at reading what other people are going to do. So it's like, okay, other people are going to take profits at a certain point, and then the price is going to fall, and then there's a certain level at which people are going to say, okay, this is a good time to buy in, and then they're going to buy in. So I'll take you guys over to show you a couple Ethereum trades here really briefly as well. I haven't really been dealing with Ethereum a little bit. I've been selling some off, and as you can see, not too smart there. I sold some off at 361, and you know, right now we're sitting considerably higher than that, but that was about 2 weeks ago. And I think it was stuff that I bought in cheaper. When was my last buy? Yeah, see, I've been doing a lot of Ether selling. Some of my last buys were at, I don't know, 307. So 307 to 361. Ethereum hadn't been doing a whole lot, so I was kind of comfortable selling it. You know, I'm like, okay, we jumped up like 50 bucks. That's pretty good. I'm going to take some profits. But as you see, it's continued to run. I do weekly dollar cost average. I mean, all along the way up, I've been buying a small amount every week. But yeah, really my big moves of this week were, you know, I'm sitting on Litecoin. Litecoin's one of my favorite cryptos. I always said I want to have 84 Litecoins that I'm never going to sell because I want to have 1/1,000,000th of all the Litecoin out there. But you know, I also want to have a little bit to swing trade with. So, you know, as you can see here, you know, when you have a lot of a coin, you know, 100 coins, every dollar it moves is $100. So a $3 move is a $300 profit. And then, you know, I showed you guys we dumped that into Bitcoin at 9,500, kind of rode that up. So this is kind of the trading strategy that I'm utilizing right now. Having pretty good luck with it. I don't want to get greedy. You know, I know some people are like, okay, this is pretty easy. I want to make $100 a day, or I want to make $300 a day, or whatever else. You know, don't allow yourself to get greedy and say, I have to do this every day, or, you know, I need to make this much money every day, because then you're going to make moves that aren't smart moves just for the sake of trying to make money or make a move. You really have to be patient and get in and get out at the right times. But there is a lot of money to be made that can be made really profitably. So I'd love to hear some of your guys' trading strategies as well. Let me know, like, are you a holder? Are you a day trader? Are you going for small hits? You know, what's your thing? What coins are you bullish on? Drop a comment section drop a comment in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you guys, and I'm sure your fellow YouTubers would as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.